Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have another episode of Marshall Dynasty. Today we're going to be taking on Georgia Southern at their home stadium. Of course, we are finishing, I think, our last 3 games on the road. Yeah, last 3 games on the road at Georgia Southern, James Madison, and Old Dominion. In the last 3 games, we have outscored our opponents a combined 144 points to 24 last week, including the 49-0 victory over Louisiana, knocking them down a peg. They dropped to 6-4 on the season, and we are looking very good and want to continue our success so far. Looking at the stats, AJ Fox has played a lot better. I know he had a couple games where he was throwing picks, but overall he's played pretty good. Much better completion percentage now. Jaquay Long just kind of fell off a little bit, so I like AJ Fox. We're going to continue to rock with him, of course. Running backs are kind of splitting the carries right now just because of wear and tear issues and so on and so forth. But we will try to keep, of course, the lead back, A.J. Turner, more and more involved as we do face probably tougher opponents in these coming weeks. Ben Turner having a good year, 652 yards on 50 receptions. He is getting the the most amount of targets, as well as he is just getting the most amount of receptions. He has performed very good. Hopefully we can continue to find some of the other receivers as well. Sacks are looking pretty good across the board. Only 4 sacks are listed for the offensive line. I don't know if that's true. I feel like we've gotten sacked a lot more than that. Yeah, so there's 11 sacks, but only, 4 of them are being accounted for? 5 of them? Yeah, 5 of them are being accounted for, so, yeah, that's kind of odd, but I guess, free blitzers maybe don't get picked up as much. Sacks looking pretty good. Sebastian Harsh with 13. Jaquarius Clayton with 10.5. Namdi has slowed down a little bit, only at 8. Braden Ward at 7.5. Robinson Curry at 6.5, Weiss at 5, Clark at 2.5, 1 for Holmes, 1 for Simmons, and half a sack for Harris. Picks, Kareem's leading our team with 3, 2 interceptions for Holmes, 1 for Clark, Kershaw, Jeter, and Clark Glover. So our corner's not really getting involved a whole ton. I know Holmes has a couple, but concluding that Lutner as well as Clark Glover are on the field a lot. Kind of strange that they don't really have as many picks as some of the other guys like Jeter, who's a backup safety at this point. Kicking, done pretty good with Darren Proctor, 11 for 13, 84 field goal percentage. In field goals up to 49 yards, and then he is 3 for 4 for anything over 50, which is actually pretty good considering, just where we're at with him being a freshman. I know he's an 80 overall, but he has played fairly good. Only having to punt the ball 12 times so far this season. Not really too worried about those stats all in all. Only 2 kick returns. Is that real? I feel like I've done more than that. And then DeMarcus Lacey with 28 punt returns, averaging 9 yards. Very, very, very good. Sets us up in even a better spot. So far we're looking really, really good. Our point differential's off the charts. We are finally inside the top 25 at 16, coming off of a bye week as well. Going to show recruiting just so that you guys have a little bit of an update, just in case we didn't really go over it in the last video all that much. Going after a couple 4-stars, going after a couple other guys. Hopefully we can get in on some of these guys as well as lock up some of the guys that we were going after before. Still going after a lot of different guys. If we can just get on some of these guys' boards, we'd be in a pretty good spot. So far we've locked up 4, 8, 9, I think, players. So not a bad recruiting session so far this deep into the season, but we will need to start locking up more and more guys as the board does become a little bit more shallow and open players do become a little bit more hard to come by. But we got Georgia Southern, and we got to go beat them on the road. Probably going to be one of the tougher opponents. I think they should be a decent enough overall. Oh, they dropped down to a 59 after one season. That's wild. Okay. Well, let's get it done against Georgia Southern. Got to go beat the dog shit out of them, too. Go beat our former team. Going to come out on our first offensive drive, 1st and 10 at the 25. Going to go whip, I think it's whip returns or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. Naheem Hughes opening the flats. He'll catch, turn up field, and get a first down. 11 yards there. Like I said before, we do have to continue to run the football if we do want to stay on Delvin Bowles' board, if we have not already locked him up. But we do still got to keep playing style up because he could decommit if playing style gets too low. A.J. Turner with a big first hole, and he'll find over 10 there, and he will get up to the 46 now. So running the football is a major, major key to our success. It seems like we've played a lot better when we run the football more. I think it helps just with the clock situation as well as just, managing the game a little bit. Naheem Hughes underneath, can't hold on to that one. Go to halfback power O here on second down. I'm going to flip this, go to the left here. We got a couple more blockers for those corners, as well as just a better opportunity. Only 3 yards there for Turner. To this right side, I think we should have something as long as the blocking gets set up pretty quickly. We do. A.J. Turner to the edge, and he'll have plenty of yards there, stepping out of bounds. 3 for 35 on the day for him. Sometimes if you got multiple defenders surrounding you, it's probably better just to head out of bounds, avoid the tackle, avoid the wear and tear that would get put on your player. Like, see, he got auto-subbed out, and he had 3 runs for 35. Now he's back in. Going to go 2nd and 4 now. Play action. I got McGrew in the flats there. He's going to catch, run, turn up field, and get up to the 14. So far at fullback, he has been pretty impressive. He'll look to have a bigger role going into next year, as we do have, I think, at least 2 seniors, possibly a third in Stevens. I think Stevens is actually a redshirt junior, so we should have him for one more season. But McGrew would be the favorite to win that spot. Down to the 3 now goes Turner. I'm going to keep Stevens. And then we're going to just have Lacey run a smoke screen, just try to get it out to him. He'll catch, turn up field, and that'll be a walk-in touchdown. They decided not to cover him. I'm gonna run that all day. Just keep an extra tight end into block and just throw the smoke screen, because if you run a route, you run the possibility of running into the defender being able to cover it a little bit more. That smoke screen, as long as that receiver has just enough speed, you can turn it upfield, get some yards. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. They will start their first possession at the 17. Keon Jenkins, 274 yards and 2 passing touchdowns last week for him. He will look to replicate that success, but hopefully the Marshall defense comes to play. That defensive line, big catalyst for what this defense has done so far this season. They really held Penn State to a pretty bad game, 2nd and 12 now. They're going to hurry back to the line. As long as they're not an RPO and hurry-up offense, we should be fine. That's one of the offenses I struggle with a little bit more, or at least the defense in general does. If they're not one of those teams, I think we'll be fine. Just being 100% fair and honest. Gonna hop on Harris. We're gonna send pressure in the middle. We're gonna loop, try to get home. Nnamdi gets home. That's Josh Dallas, and Lutmer gets mossed. Just throw it up, and neither the corner nor the safety go after it. Felt like just letting the CPU handle that. Figured the corner could handle it on his own. Apparently not, though. Going to have Clark in on blitz now. We're going to start from the outside, loop our way in. Nope. It gets picked up immediately, and that gets knocked away. Elijah Walton on the pass gets knocked away from him, and they will have another 2nd and 10 now. So they have 2 guys that were big success stories in Georgia Southern's Dynasty last season. Looking for Josh Dallas. That's what I thought. I thought it was Dallas Josh. I don't know why. I completely abandoned my zone. I saw the flat open. That's a fumble, but we just don't fucking fall on it. Kareem gets a strip, and we just don't fall on it. The guy that was making that tackle could have easily fell on that, but I guess not. Daniel Harris and Clark coming in on blitz, and he'll get home. Chasson Clark making a play. The sophomore getting it done. We're going to bring Kareem down in the box, cause more of a 4-3 look. Force them to really throw this football here. Keon Jenkins is going to run, and Chasson Clark is going to tackle him down. 3rd and 4 now. I'm going to send a corner blitz here. I'm going to walk Holmes down at least onto the line. Hop on Harris here. Cover this underneath stuff. Cut stick, but doesn't do anything. They'll have an easy walk-in touchdown. That fucking just heave to pick up the first and get 44 yards there really fucked us. I'm going to go crack toss here on 1st down at the 25 once again. Getting to the edge, and Quinn just doesn't have enough blocking there to help him. So a 4-yard loss there. We'll go wham here. They have that D-tackle set in the middle part of the field. So hopefully Payne can dig him out. No, they don't even open him up. That'll be a 6-yard run for Quinn. So gets back the yards that he lost, +2. 3rd and 8. Okay. First and 10 at the 16, and they have momentum now. I'm going to go to an RPO here underneath the 84. He will have 5. Defense got to come up with something here. You guys got to slow him down on this drive, or it's not looking good for us. Going to bring Kershaw down in the box. Motioning some guys around. They're going to go with a read option. And there's the Namdi and Kershaw making the play. Tackle for loss in the backfield. 3rd and 7 at the 12. Going to bring Kershaw down again. Let him play by himself. Going to hop on Clark. Cover these drags. And Namdi's going to get home. No, I think that was Weiss first and then Namdi. Or it would have been Robinson Curry, I guess, at that point. 4th and 11, they got to settle for a field goal. Hopefully they can miss it. Going to go shock H option here. Ben Turner's my main look, but can look underneath to Payne and Quinn. Turner's open. He has a step on the defender. If we can layer that in, he has a good rep, and he'll get down the sideline. Just not quite the athlete that we need right there in that situation to finish off that play, but gets us a big chunk of yards, gets us already down into Georgia Southern territory. Halfback dive, Quinn to the outside. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5. Downhill to Quinn. He'll at least pick up 1. Met in the backfield, but keeps his legs turning, and he'll pick up 1 there. Looking White here. Just got to get him open. One-on-one on this corner route should be a good situation. With the speed, I think he'll have it, and that ball is layered pretty good, and White will have another touchdown, if not his first on the year. And we will take a 14-10 lead here late in the first. So defense giving points up early, giving more points up in this game than we've given up in the last 2 combined. 4-yard rush there, and that should potentially end the quarter, but they are going back to the line pretty fast. We're going to send extra pressure here. Will they get the play off? They do. Handoff, downhill, makes a good cut and gets a couple yards there. 3rd and 3 when we return from the end of the quarter. Defense not playing as well as we had hoped. Just being real about that. Just not looking the greatest for the Georgia Southern quarterback. They're going to go 4 wide here. They're going to go trips right. Got to play good coverage here. Cover this slant underneath. Holmes able to knock it away kind of high. Justice Small is not able to haul it in. And Alex Smith, the punter, will boom it back to us. Marcus Lacey trying to set up a good return, and he does. He has a good one. We'll be inside Georgia Southern territory to take over at the 42. Right now, we're looking in on the college football playoffs if we can win out. Gonna go halfback draw, 1st and 10. And our center just got fucking disengaged so quickly. I didn't even push R2 there. I pushed R2 as I saw the swim move come over top the center. 2nd and 12, gonna go counter. Barbie to the outside. Get some good blocks, spin move. And he will be down to the 26, so a good run there. Just gonna have to go back to it. Just keep going back to the run, especially against these light boxes. I'm going to force you guys to come downhill and make a stop. And the center just didn't pick up the backside backer. Donovan Starr, cornerback for them, goes down with injury. We'll go to wide zone here. Send McGrew in motion. Brings an extra defender, but shouldn't really matter. Barbie trying to get to the edge. Has to go into the backfield a little bit, but picks up 2 still. So even though that play didn't start off the way we wanted it, still ending on a good note. Picking up 2. 3rd and 6. Going to go duo here. Barbie makes a decent cut. Gets upfield down to the 13 now. 1st and 10. Going to go play action here. Really selling the run hard. So we're going to hit play action here. Try to get them off balance a little bit. Turner on the comeback, and he'll have it. Ben Turner with a touchdown. Our main guy scoring another one here. 1st and 10 at the 22 with an 11-point lead now. And they're going to go run here again, and Clark gets there, and then Kareem comes and finishes them off. Tampa 2 now. Look, I got to say something, though. This game, I don't know if it's because, we have slower players than what I have in Madden, but this game feels so much slower than Madden now. Last year it felt fast, exciting, fun. This year kind of feels a lot slower. Tries to throw to, I think, the backup tight end there. Can't get to him, quite behind him actually. And they will have a 4th and 12. So our defense slowly but surely getting better as the game goes along as they figure out this opponent. DeMarcus Lacey trying to get to the outside edge, and 14 gets there and will bring him down. I'm going to go crack, toss with Barbie to this right side. Field's about the same on either side, so it's not really worth flipping. 16 just insta-sheds, and as soon as he shed, I'm like, okay, I got to push R2, because if I don't, I'm just going to be stuck in the backfield with no real help. Going to throw a slip screen to Barbie here, and we're going to get Turner back in the game after this. So 2nd and 11, dump off to Barbie, he'll catch, and just insta-shed from number 9 there, the middle linebacker, Javay Gilmore. Going to go bench pivot here. I'm going to have Turner run a wheel route. If that linebacker is in man, Turner should be able to beat him with his speed. Turner can't get it to him. Unfortunate. Shaquay Woods down again. And we're going to have to send out the punt unit on 4th and 13, especially with them playing punt safe. Makes no real sense to try to throw the ball with the punter here. Ball's going to land inside the 20, and it's going to roll down to the 7. Pat Sizemore. What a fucking punt there. Turner didn't want it, and we'll have it downed inside their own 10. They're going to go play action here. We're sending pressure, and he escapes just enough and throws it away. Unfortunate to say the least. Thought the pressure was able to get home. Not quite. Javon Jenkins able to evade pressure. They're going to go run here, outside zone. And there's Marshall. Jalen Marshall tackles him down at the 2. Luckily, forward progress is a thing, or that would have been a safety on Georgia Southern. I'm expecting pass here. Oh, they run the football here. Running back making some good moves, but can't find really anywhere to go. 4th and 12. Can't quite get home. Oh, well. DeMarcus Lacey's not going to have any coverage here. Trying to spin, but 16 with a good pursuit angle knocks him down. Still gets a couple on the return, a couple yards, but really wanted to try to sell for that block. Didn't quite get a good enough push. Turner hurdles over 1, and that's a lane! And A.J. Turner gone. First play back in the game, and he'll take it the distance. 5 for 98 on the day. And we have opened this game up 28-10, 21 unanswered points here for Marshall in about the last 6 minutes. So, really just shows the speed and the power of this offense and why we deserve to go up into a tougher conference going into next season. Playing on Clark. They're gonna go to an RPO here. Kind of took Clark out of position, but that's more Harris's zone anyway. So it's not that big of a deal that we took Clark out of coverage. But looks like offensive pass interference or block in the back at least. We'll accept that one, and they'll have 1st and 19 back inside their own 10 now. I'm going to pretend to send Clark into this B gap and try to loop to the A. They're going to run outside zone. Holmes and Clark Glover get in there. Making the tackle is more Clark Glover than Holmes. Going to bring Kershaw down into the box, make him play zone immediately down where he's supposed to. I'm going to hop on Robinson Curry. Gets free. Lutmer in coverage. Can't quite get it done, but 3rd and 8 now. Keep everything in front of you. That's my biggest thing, is keep everything in front of you. Don't give them over the top. And I just gave them over the top. I accidentally clicked onto Holmes. Can Clark Glover get there? He can. Down to the 1, though. Dude, I was trying to swap to one of the backers, and it clicked me over to fucking send pressure. It's a run. Everybody downhill. Marshall in the backfield. He'll lose 4. DJ Murray Jr., 10 rushes, -6 yards. I'm going to play man here. Play with Harris. He has zone coverage, so a little less responsibility. And there's the Nnamdi making it home. 3rd and goal now. So if we just didn't allow that big play, I think we'd be in a very good spot. 2-minute warning here in the 2nd quarter. Getting close to the end of this first half. 28-10. If we can hold them to 3 here, defense shouldn't feel too bad. It's really on Chris Holmes right now. 3rd and goal. Cover this in route. The drag. Josh Dallas. No. Nothing going there. And they will have to settle for a field goal. Can they put it through, though? We know the CPU kind of struggles with short yardage field goals. And he will have it up and in right down Broadway. And they will take their 3 points and jog off the field. Kind of disappointing considering you got down to the 1-yard line on a big play opportunity. Naheem Hughes will return this one. And he will get up to the 23, and that is why we don't return it. In Madden, it seems a lot easier to get past the 25 Granted, there's more incentive to run it back, but 1st and 10 at the 23. Fox having a scramble, trying to get it out, gets it out, throws it in Turner's direction to avoid intentional grounding. Going to go shock H option here again. Only one high safety. If they drop into cover 3, that's what would stop it. Payne underneath, catch, gets a couple there. They're going to start calling timeouts, trying to save as much of this clock as humanly possible. But if we pick up the first, we don't have to give it back to them. 3rd and 7. I'm looking Lacey to Hughes to Payne. Lacey beats his man off the line. He gets to the out, but he doesn't hold on. Are you fucking kidding me, Lacey? Pat Sizemore, good punt. And it will drop down to the 29 at least. So, not a bad punt. Could have been better, but not a bad punt by any stretch of the imagination. Sending pressure with both Clark and Harris. Clark gets picked up. That's Josh Dallas with a good leaping catch on the slant. 2nd and 4 now. I'm going to go overload blitz here instead. Just because I want pressure coming off the edge. They're going to hit Josh Dallas again, and he won't hold on that one. Clark Glover in coverage. Has played pretty well so far for us. He doesn't have the most speed, so got to watch him get burnt. Jules now in the game. Great. Josh Dallas is going for a touchdown here. Nope, runs a slant. They're going to go deep, though. Lutmer breaks it up. Kareem also there getting his hands involved, and they'll have a 4th and 4 and punt the football right back to us. Hawk Tua. I'm kidding. I'm fucking... That made me feel so fucking stupid. Lacey trying to set up a good return. Decent enough. Up to the 24. 59 seconds. Still gives us plenty of opportunity to do stuff. Still gives us opportunity to run the football if need be. Turner on the post. Safety or the corner able to play that well enough, though. Not able to give us enough room. Thought Turner had enough of a step. I was hoping Fox would put it a little bit over his head, make him really maybe lay out for it. Not quite what we were hoping for. Hughes catch, turn up field. 3rd and 2, we'll hurry back to the line. No timeouts yet. Halfback slip screen. Get Turner involved here. If offensive line can do their job. And the defensive lineman disengages and immediately tackles him. Wonderful. They will fair catch at their own 33. So 31 seconds, not a ton of time. But they do still have a timeout. First downs do stop the clock as well, at least until the ball is set. And there's the Nnamdi getting home. We're going to call timeouts here. If we can pin them kind of deep in their own territory and force them to punt, could have an opportunity here. Cover this drag. And that's a pick for Harris. Threw it right to him. And we'll be in good territory. So that timeout really paying off for us. 20 seconds, though. So do you need to come up with something decently big to get into better field goal range? Currently looking at a 50-yarder. 1st and 10. Lacey and the ball just outside of his reach. A.J. Fox having a tough day so far. In this second quarter, really finding a rhythm with these receivers. 2nd and 10. Dropping back. Trying to find something. Lacey, if he can fit it in. Gets it. Hauls it in. Timeout there. 10 seconds now. I'm going to go RPO alert screen here. If it seems like that safety kind of comes down, throw it out to White. Give them an opportunity. If not, Turner has it. Call our last timeout. Can take an end zone shot if we see one. See what we have. Just throw the ball away and we'll live to fight another down. 2 seconds now and we will take our 3. Proctor will put it up and through. And we will take a 31-13 lead going into half. Like I said, we had 5 seconds. I figured end zone shot. Give it 2 seconds. Don't see anything. Throw the ball away. Get our 3 and get out of there. So Turner, 6 attempts, 103 yards, and a touchdown on the day. He's having a big one so far. 1st and 10 at the 18. Can this Georgia Southern offense get something going? Their 2 biggest drives really are 2 fucking big plays. So not looking good for them when they haven't had one of those big, 20, 30 yard, 40 yard plays. It really has not gotten going for them. So just got to avoid those big plays from here on out, and we should be fine. Going to go to an RPO here. They're actually going to flip it to the running back after I commit to the quarterback. I did not think that was a triple option. I'm going to be honest. I thought that was one of those RPO alert bubbles. Just being real about that. And then they turned it into a triple option, apparently. Running to the outside here. I'm going to send some extra pressure here again with Clark and Harris. I'm going to walk Clark down, though. And the defensive line gets home enough to force the ball out early. 3rd and 11 now. Jabril Al-Amin in now. Going to be covering up Walton here. They're going to run inside zone. And Murray just still nowhere to really run. DJ Murray has now decided to call it quits. He is injured. We're going to really try to run the ball here in this second half. Try to avoid passing as much as possible. Kind of wear this clock down and get out of here if we can. Turner with a big run. He'll be up to the 45. 7 for 117. So he's continuing that success that he had in the first half. We're going to get him subbed back out, though, as I don't want him to take too many hits, especially in a game that we're probably going to win at this point. 1st and 10 at the 45. Big hole here for Turner. Big hole here for Turner if he can outrun this safety. Can't quite get it done, but 8 for 161 on the day. A.J. Turner showing why he is this lead back and why he's one of the best backs in the nation. 1st and 10 at the 12. Dropping back, trying to find something. Payne open. That linebacker kind of abandoned him, but Gilmore able to get back into the play and not get free from Payne. I know we said we were trying to run the football, but wanted to give the offense a couple looks. Got to spread the defense out a little bit. If you don't throw the ball, defense can kind of play downhill and play down near the line. Barbie trying to fight for some yards here. Only gets 4. Going to go Z spot here on 3rd and 6. I like Turner. If it's man, it's a very good spot. If it's zone, not as good. It's zone, but Turner still open. Trying to fight. Gets to 4th and inches. And we will run this football. We're going to go outside zone here. Nope, never mind. We're going to do the same thing we did last time. Just quick smoke screen. Out to Lacey. And the D-line just immediately bailed. I don't know why that's a fucking choice there for that edge. Why wouldn't you just put somebody over top of it? Whatever. Good play by them, I guess. Down inside their own 5 once again. Cover up this drag. Josh Dallas underneath. 84 was a lot more open than fucking Josh Dallas was, and they still threw it to him. I guess. 2nd and 8 now. They're going to go to a screen here to 86, and he'll have a big first down. DJ Murray down and out with an injury again. Looks like an ankle this time. So, a couple good plays from them. Picks up the first, up to the 19 now. Going to run an RPO. No, just a read option, and Ward able to finally track him down. 4 yards there. I don't know why Harris is playing so far down, but he is, which is whatever, I guess. Going to motion him back into the backfield. And Clark get in there. No room to run for this Georgia Southern team. They just need to go to the air. And they just keep running the football. I don't understand those choices, but I guess. 3rd and 9. Cover up Walton on that post. Lutmer makes the tackle on the running back, and he will not let up a single goddamn yard. Corey Etienne, no room to run there. Okay, I thought we were going to get a better block on him, I'm going to be honest. But whatever. 1st and 10. I don't really love this because of that 3-man front right there. So we'll just run inside zone instead. Keep it simple for this offensive line. I figured since 62 was going to cover up the linebacker, I figured I could try to cut back inside, fill that hole, get 10, but nothing going there. Slip screen here to Barbie. They've kind of covered these up for the most part all day. Barbie, good catch, good run, and picks up plenty of yards there. 1st and 10. Handoff. Barbie, nothing going there. Has not had a good day for him. Going to go inside zone out of the shotgun here. They're changing up their formation a little bit. I still like it, though. 6 on 6 in the box. Quinn trying to get downhill. 3 yards there. So these other running backs just not really stepping up as much as we would hoped. Especially with Turner having such a good game. 3rd and 7. Goal line fork zig. Hughes late. He has it, but he won't have the first. 4th and 1. This is what? A 57-yard field goal? Do we try it with Proctor? We're not going to try it. I think that's stupid. We don't want to give them the ball with excellent field position. I'm not going to punt it, but I just don't want to give them that opportunity. right off rip. We're going to go outside zone here to this left. Trust this left side of this offensive line just a little bit more. And Quinn will have a first down. Sorry, I thought Turner was back in the game for a second. I don't know why. But Quinn will have a first down. 6 for 17. Just under 3 yards a carry. Not good for him. 1st and 10. Going to go wham here. Payne kind of digs him out, but Naheem Hughes just did not block his man at all. Kind of sucks when your receivers are letting up those easy tackles and your running backs are struggling because of it. 3rd and 6 now. If we can get some good blocking set up, I think we should be in a decent enough situation. But no, they're just sending the house at this point. A little bit more manageable field goal. 47-yarder, straight down the middle. Just got to move it to the right just a little bit. As long as we hit it accurately, should be up and good. Only out to the 14. 1st and 10 now. Georgia Southern has been stymied so far in this second half. Cover 2 man. They're going to motion the guy across. I'm going to cover up Walton. Murray, though, good play there. And he's still going. Oh. Thank God. I thought it was fucking illegal touching. It's a legal man downfield. That will be getting called back. So Murray, all of that work for nothing. Get fucked. Oh, that's fucking phenomenal. Get fucked, pussy. 1st and 15 at the 9. Murray has to be pissed right now. I would be. Like, fuck, man. I just broke all those goddamn tackles and the play's getting called back because you can't fucking keep your fat ass behind the line of scrimmage. Defense just has to play well enough in this last quarter. Just shut them down, no big plays, and there's going to be a big one. Up to the 48. 269 and a touchdown so far for Javon Jenkins. Going to move the D-line to this right. They try to run the football here. Won't really be open for him. Lutmer in coverage, can't quite get there. Good comeback. Nothing really to say there. It was good coverage, better throw, better route. So not too mad about that. Lutmer needs to play a little bit better, but overall, I'm not too worried about it. 1st and 10, Murray trying to look to run again, and he looks to be getting stronger as this game goes on. 1 yard there. So all those broken tackles for only a yard. I'll take that. More wear and tear on you, buddy. 2nd and 9 at the 29 now. They're going to run again. Clark getting bumped off his line. Kershaw's going to have to get there. Josh Dallas, good block. Murray, not in. Down to the 1. I'm just going to sell out for this. If they want to throw, that's fine. Just sell out. And Nnamdi gets home. Sheds off his block from Williams and gets home. I'm going to sell out again. I don't give a fuck. You're going to beat me. You're going to have to beat me through the air, and you're going to have to deal with 10 dudes in your face. It's as simple as that. Outside zone here to number 81. And not going anywhere there. 3rd and goal. I'm expecting pass now, so we're going to guess pass. Cover up these curls. And Ward will get home for his 8th and a half sack on the year. So Braden Ward gets it done. And they'll have 4th and 19, and they are electing to go for it. Here, down 21 points. Cover up Josh Dallas. Lutmer knocks it away. And we will keep them out of the end zone. Quinn will probably see a good chunk of the rest of the reps for the... Why did it feel like I couldn't control him? Legitimately. Like, I was trying to tell him to get left and then cut upfield, and it just didn't want to go anywhere. Throwing the ball here, probably a mistake, and it is. Knew I should have just ran the ball. I was like, I should probably just run the football here. But I was like, nah, let's throw it. I already picked up pass play. What difference does it make? Quinn breaks a tackle, gets to the edge. Anthony Quinn, big run there. That's a big boy run. Anthony Quinn, 10 for 29 though. 1st and 10 at the 30. Just straight downhill. Anthony Quinn, good run there. I'm going to sub Quinn back out. We're going to bring Turner back in. We're actually going to switch this to a play action. Get Quinn off the field. Can't even get the ball out. Halfback slam. And Turner explodes through the hole. Probably didn't need to spin. I'm going to be honest. Probably didn't need to, but did it anyway. 9 for 178. Can we eclipse 200 here? Going to motion Irving out. And he doesn't even pick up his block. So, no point in motioning him out. He didn't even lay a fucking finger on him. Okay, keep Turner in then. Never mind. Since I don't really want to burn a red shirt right now. Snap the fucking ball. God damn. Turner gets the outside. Big run there. Down inside the 12. Is that 200? 203 on the day for A.J. Turner. I know he has wear and tear on him, but... Turner fighting. Down to the 5. Another 7. So 210 on the day for him. On just 12 attempts. What an insane running performance for him today. 2nd and 3. Going to go halfback power to the left. Good blocking, and Barbie's in. Walk-in touchdown. Joshawn Barbie finishes the drive off. Good running performance here on the day. 1st and 10 at the 17, and the defense just needs to hold on. One more stop, and that might do it for the game. 1st and 10. Dropping back, trying to find Murray once again, and they do. Going to give Harsh the opportunity to rush. Cover up this curl. In the flats is Walton. And Holmes can't bring him down, but he does force him out. I'm going to hop on Harris. Inside zone, and Harris reads that perfectly. Harsh able to help out on the backside as well. So Daniel Harris gets it done. I'm going to bring Kareem down. Really make this like a 4-4 here. Cover up all the holes, having to cut back, and Marshall's there on the backside. Linebacking core playing really well right now in these gaps. The defensive line not really getting a whole ton of tackles, but forcing these holes to be swallowed up and forcing this line to really work. They're going to throw that bubble and nowhere to run for Murray. 20 for 29. Less than 2 yards a carry so far today for the running back. And Jules will not let it happen on 4th and 12. And that should just about do it for us. I'm going to run this football out. I don't feel like kneeling. Barbie gets 6. So improves his stats just a little bit more. 2nd and 4. Duo here. I just didn't want to run straight at the defender. I thought maybe if I kind of fell on the backs of my blockers, that I would be able to go for a little bit more. Going to motion McGrew over. No, he brings a defender. Send him back then. 3rd and 2. Hand off to Quinn. Payne, if he can pick up the block, it's a touchdown. Anthony Quinnen. And he'll probably be back up to at least decent stats. This running game is so lethal for us. If we can keep it going through the rest of the year, we will continue to mount victory after victory. That first half had us scared. I'm not going to lie. 10 points. Are they even going to... They're not even going to run another play. Why even throw a play then? Underneath to the tight end and nothing going. Well, 84 once again and nothing going for this offense. They fell apart. I'm going to be honest. That was not pretty for them in that 2nd half. After they scored that field goal, they just completely shut down. There was nothing they did. They didn't do a single goddamn thing. So, we'll take the easy victory though. 48-13, gets it done. A.J. Fox, not the greatest day. 16 for 27, 152 yards and 59 completion percentage, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Rushing, Joshawn Barbie with 13 attempts, 51 yards, 3.9 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. A.J. Turner, 12 for 210 and a touchdown. Anthony Quinn, 12 for 63 and a touchdown. So really getting it done on the ground. Receiving, Ben Turner led the way with 4 for 73 and a touchdown. Nobody else really eclipsing 30 yards, but still getting it done. So with a fairly easy victory against Georgia Southern, going 48-13, we will simulate the week and see where we are at in terms of recruiting, as well as where we are at in the playoff rankings, and if we can move up. Remember, top 12 gets us in. We are number 17. We fell. All right. That's cool, I guess. We'll have to beat the dog shit out of James Madison then to really prove our point. Finley, we should get a lot of the rest of these guys. And Boo, we're going to be really, really close on. Can't quite sell on him. Oh, O'Keefe, we might be able to sell on, just depending on what his other one is. So yeah, it is that one. We're going to send him the 50 still, though. Goodley, cannot sell on. Hayden, we're already selling on. We can sell on Mosley as well. If we can get both those guys, that would improve our interior D line even more than what it already is. So we'll send him the 50 as well. Just get him fully locked up. Finley, I'm going to send the extra 10 to for this week just because. Plus, what is that, 9 plus 1, so can't sell on him, unfortunately. Could sell on him. We already are. Steed, don't know enough about. I'm going to send him some more points because we do still need tight ends. I know we brought in 2 last year, but we have 2 leaving. Demote Stick, we took over on. Radigan, we're still in first on. Wentz, I kind of want to send more points to. I know he isn't the fastest guy in the world, but I'm going to send the extra 5 to. Everybody else is just going to have to wait and see where we can figure some of these guys out at. Schweitzer, I think we're going to lose out on. Orlando, I think we're going to lose out on. We'll lose out on Lane probably as well, but going to have to address some positions in the transfer portal. Not that big of a deal. But we'll have James Madison next. They are 7-3, 4-2 in conference play. If we can beat them, hopefully can move up the boards a little bit more. I don't know why we're ranked so low. I know we're playing in a weaker conference, but will that ultimately keep us out of the playoffs? Probably. You know, got to play who's in front of you, especially when there's 2 3-loss teams in front of us, and there's a 3-loss team that's only 2 spots behind us. Kind of sucks, but I understand they're playing tougher competition, so they're going to get the benefit of the doubt. So, but with that being said, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video or any videos here on my channel, please push the subscribe button, and I'll be back with more videos like this. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.